been like 30 minutes. All right, so it did record the previous. Oh wait, did it just reset it? God damn it. Okay, after some technical difficulties, my bad. We're live here on Facebook. This is the Galactic Disconnect podcast. I'm Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, he disconnected.
And we spent the past 30 minutes going over what we've been doing.
Yeah, but I will say, honestly, when we do talk, we usually always are talking before we get on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you missed the pre-show. Sorry about that. We're gonna try and get it recorded next time. But long story short, Street Fighter 6 is what I've been playing. You've been playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched some videos about the cool shit going on there, and I really wish that was caught because that was good. So. Anything you want to recap real quick?
Tears of the Kingdom's great. You were playing Street Fighter. You played for 12 hours. It was pretty crazy. And we talked about some of the characters in Street Fighter. So we can go back over that.
Yeah. Well, I still got that pulled up, I think.
Yeah,
So, just for a quick... And I wish I could get... I got shit recorded. But I won't play that. Actually, no. Because I got gameplay of me fighting... some of the boys.
I want to see some of the moves.
Yeah. So let me see if I can find out where those at. Who's this? I would pull up the game because the game saves replays.
Really?
And you can see, you can have up to like I think 20 of your fights recorded. So it saves this. So this is me and Lethal, and I'm on DJ. They made him so freaking difficult in this, but let me I wish I could pull the game up, but I know it would. He still got the punches, he still got the moves, but what's this image?
And what are y'all playing it on? Y'all playing it on PC?
I think we're all on PC. Yeah, it's cross platform, but actually, you know what? Instead of me doing that, I am gonna go to Twitch. I'm still on your Twitch, I think. But Brandon's been streaming it. I haven't been streaming it. My computer cannot handle that shit. He's actually streaming now, so we're just gonna hop on his stream and use that for the content.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, give him a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to his Valentine.
Yeah. So he's using the ballerina chick?
Yeah,
that's that tall bitch.
That's she's big as shit. She like 6'5", 6'8",
yeah.
And she's playing. You remember Roxas from Gary? Yeah, so.
Oh, that's Gary.
Yeah, he's playing Cammy. He's been going crazy with the Cammy. He's currently the top spot right now.
Like out of y'all playing?
Yeah, because my cousin's. I don't think he's waiting for the weekend to get on, but maybe Gary might give him a run for his money because he's been going in.
I don't know. He's dropping some combos. I think JR gonna get him.
For sure. Yeah, he actually fought a pro player on the beta and won. So yeah,
Gary?
JR.
Yeah.
He's.
I'm about to say right now, I saw 2 combos drop.
Oh.
JR would have tore him up.
And of course, Cammy just cheeked up for unnecessary reasons.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's fun. They got some cool mechanics in here. Parry, drive, impact.
The one chick from the other game, Yuri, what was it?
Poison?
No, there was the tall chick. It started with a U.
You.
Yeah, she was like black. I think she was black.
Oh, you're talking about It starts with the E. Elena.
Yeah.
Okay. She does a capoeira. Yeah, Capcom loves just making ginormous buff women for.
Yeah, we love them. We love the muscle mommies.
For sure. So, yeah, shout out to Valentine. They're gonna be running this.
Yeah, I might actually have to download this. On the PlayStation.
Right now,
it's person like the cool people.
It's crossplay. So, 'Cause I think
So I can just come in and start fucking all y'all up. I'm the best Street Fighter player out of everyone.
you got to back that up.
If I talk enough shit, no one's gonna sit here.
Right.
Even as I'm losing, I'll be like, I still won.
Yep. Let me move this out the way. I'm blocking you with it. So yeah, that's been that.
Yeah. So this is gonna be your game of the year.
Tekken and Mortal Kombat coming. I think Mortal Kombat might be next year, but Tekken's coming out.
I'm not a Tekken person.
I'm not either, but I like the idea of I can just like. I like their gameplay now. After playing like For Honor and stuff, I have a little bit more respect for the 3D fighting.
I just
aspect.
love 2D fighters. It's just something about it. Just keeps that arcade feel alive.
Mm-hmm. Big facts.
I do like 3D, but 2D just is a different level of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more, in my opinion, I do think it's more technical with the inputs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with Tekken, you like the side dashing and stuff, and a lot of when you get into like the 3-dimension, almost 4, because then you have to just memorize combos and shit after it. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, my game of the year is still yet to be determined. There's a lot of stuff coming out later in the year.
Yeah, I'm really glad. Again, COVID had it all on hold, and now they're cranking them out.
Yeah, they're coming out like crazy.
PS5 was such a waste for the first 3 years. Yeah. They literally had no game. But same thing with 4 when it came out.
Yeah, it takes a little while. So, we can. You want to leave this up there? We could take it down, put up Tears of the Kingdom.
You can leave it up there for now until we have some.
Yeah, for sure.
Give Brandon some
some views by what's the word, osmosis.
Yeah. We're stealing your content, man. We're stealing it.
Yeah, it's promoting in a small way, but yeah. So and then we went over the Tears of the Kingdom build. You broke down the story for me and what's going on there.
So it's really cool. I'm gonna give all the spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom. If you haven't gotten as far as me, you're garbage, anyways, and you should, get the game. But so pretty much the game starts off where Breath of the Wild ends. You have saved the kingdom. You and Zelda are in some weird relationship. You're her knight in shining armor, but she's a princess, and you're her simp, and you just kind of are walking around with her, guarding her and protecting her. Not allowed to fuck. I don't think you're allowed to fuck. Right, you're just with her. So she's like, hey, let's go explore the underground of the castle.
Actually, that's a wild thing. If they did have a kid, would they just turn into another Link and or Zelda? Eventually, they have to be ancestors of each other, right?
No. He is her knight to protect the princess.
How do they keep existing in different timelines?
So it's just like different universes. It's just like
okay, that makes sense.
It like that. It's
okay, because I'm like, what's happening? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So in this one, is again continuation off of Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So you save the kingdom from the calamity, which is evil, which was Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Then you realize, go under the castle, you find a mummy. Yes, some mummy that's been trapped there. With a hand coming out of it. And it was sealed there. I guess Zelda does some dumb shit. He goes and touches shit. Mummy comes to life. And then it's like the ultimate evil. And it like blows up. And it like kills and breaks Link's Master Sword.
Jesus.
Yeah, it comes out. Link tries to fight it. Like breaks your Master Sword. It's like, you ain't shit.
Damn.
And then Zelda grabs on the crystal. She disappears. And then you... get your arm cut off, and
I was wondering how he lost his arm.
Yeah, you lose your arm, and then the arm saves you, and then the arm attaches itself to you.
Oh, the arm from the mummy?
The arm that was sealing the mummy.
Oh, got
and
you.
The arm goes, hey, I'm actually the arm of the first creator of the Hyrule Kingdom. He's like, I had to fight this evil demon king, and that's how the Hyrule was made on the...
That wasn't Ganon?
Which was Ganon.
So
Ganon was kind of like reincarnated, I guess, and then that's what caused the Calamity event. He defeated that reincarnated version of him, but now the original one.
Oh, it's bigger old Ganon. Yeah, Ganon's dad. Yeah. That's also Ganon.
Which is like, it's more like Ganon's evil energy was under the castle, sealed away.
Okay.
A piece of it was what you fought kind of like in the first game.
Wow.
And then now it's like the real one. So
damn, okay.
Yeah, so
That's
he
dope.
comes back and he like is like, now I'm stronger. I'm
Mhm.
the actual evil entity that was trapped. And he,
You just played the prelude.
so that's pretty much how the game starts. You start off with,
Mhm.
where's Zelda? She disappeared. And then you go, I don't have a Master Sword. Evil Ganon, when he cut off your arm, he also drained all of your life and power, and you like died pretty much. The arm saved your life. But then you come back with no health and no stamina and then you have to go through the game and get heart jars and shit to get more hearts.
Is that where the battery comes in? He's literally like living off the battery.
No.
Like,
That's
wild.
You learn that the first Hylian is like some alien, not alien, but like I guess kind of like alien. These creatures came from the sky and they helped establish Hyrule, and they had very advanced technology and civilizations and stuff. And Zelda is a descendant of that guy.
Yeah. And Link also?
I don't know Link's really whole heritage. Again, I'm not a big Zelda fan,
gotcha.
but I know that Link was her hired knight. He was the guy, again, in charge of protecting her.
Got you.
Her first hand man. And she starts to fall in love with him, but I don't know if they're allowed to have a relationship. Normally, you wouldn't be able to just like
bang your servers. I mean, granted, when it comes into royalty, they kind of do whatever they want. So.
They do, but like legally, like no, you're not marrying. You gotta marry a fucking prince somewhere.
Yeah, another royal. Yeah, big facts. Yeah,
but So then you go through, you get your heart jars, you try to level up. You have to figure out how to defeat the original Ganon. The arm's telling you, oh, back in the day, I had my 4 spirit knights that helped me defeat Ganon.
That's how he finds out about him.
Yeah, so then you have to travel again to the Water Kingdom. Meet the guy you met in the first game. He's like, yeah, we saved the world, but I noticed the world's going to shit again. What's going on? He's like, oh, yeah, you need to help me defeat Ganon. He's like, all right, well.
Yeah, here we go again.
He's like, first you got to help me save my village, because my village is going to shit right now. Because for some reason, a demon's attacking. And you're like, well, the demon, he's like, where are these demons coming from? I'm like, well, ultimate evil was awakened under the castle. Now we got to go do these things. And then you realize that Ganon he knows the crystals are powerful. So he purposely, each of the crystal warriors originally, they were from the different parts of the world. They all came together to defeat him. So when they came together to defeat him, they all had their crystals, and they all went back to their respective kingdoms and hid their crystals. So Ganon then sent demons to each of those kingdoms to guard the crystals. So
all the ogre goblin looking things are like Ganon demons.
Yeah, Ganon has the power to like spawn monsters.
OP.
So in the game, all the goblins are Ganon spawn. All the monsters are spawned by Ganon. That's
got you. Okay.
I also didn't know Ganon was also in the game. There's a tribe of the Indian looking people. The Gurus is a tribe of women.
Yeah, I remember that from Breath of the Wild.
And in the story, they say Ganon, they don't birth men. And Ganon was the first man born to their tribe.
Fucked everything up.
And in like 500 years or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like men are only born to their tribe like every so and so thousand years. He went in. He was like, I am that nigga. I'm in a tribe full of bitches. I'm going to take over the world.
just escalated.
And he started taking over the world. He's just super powerful. I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope. I didn't know that was like his backstory. So, yeah, he's just
that nigga.
Yeah, that game is really good. Yeah, you learn a secret about Zelda. This is where I was gonna say spoiler, but pretty much each of the warriors' crystals had a certain power. Hers is the power of time, so she goes back in time. When she disappeared in the fight originally, she goes back in time all the way to the creation of Hyrule. Meets the original guy in Hyrule. Tells him about Link. Tells him in the future this guy is going to be the guy who's going to save the day.
So to make sure the arm is there for that moment.
Yeah, to make sure she does all that kind of stuff in the background. She tells him, "Yo, we're going to fight this dude, and you're going to lose. And all your warriors are going to lose, but you're going to seal him. You're going to prevent him for a long time. But I have a knight in the future who will
actually get the job done. That's what's up.
But then his sword breaks, the Master Sword, and then she goes and takes it back to her time period the Master Sword is special and unique because it can be restored. It can be repaired. It's a self-healing sword.
It doesn't have like the Triforce power in it or something.
And it has like goddess energy can heal it, but it takes a long time.
Got you.
That's why it's always like trapped in a rock and it's like absorbing life energy. So what she does is then she like seals it and gives it goddess energy. Don't want to give too much. Well, it's a pretty fucking. I'm gonna say it, but pretty much Zelda becomes a dragon.
Okay.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of
left field. Yep.
She becomes a dragon because dragons are immortal.
That's a good reason to become one.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And she seals the sword inside of herself, and then because she has this goddess energy, this power of light, and she's 5,000 years in the past or whatever, and she has no way to get back to the future. She seals it inside of herself, lets the sword recover inside of her
while she waits for Link.
Oh,
okay.
And
that's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So then you go through, and when you find the Master Sword, you actually have to do these things called dragon tears. You have to find these dragon teardrops all around the map.
Got you.
And it starts to tell the story of Zelda and what she's been doing.
And
that's how you learn that, those tears are from her dragon, the dragon you see flying in the sky.
Gotcha.
And then you realize the sword is stabbed into the head of the dragon. You gotta pull it out.
Wow. And that's why it's The Legend of Zelda, because she's the main character.
Yeah. So you get the Master Sword that now has like 5,000 years of goddess energy stored. So hopefully it doesn't break this time when you fight
Ganon.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, they put in work for that one.
It was actually really smart. I like how they did that. And I wonder if you're going to be able to turn her back from a dragon.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know yet. Haven't
gotten that far. Yeah. End of the game, probably in-game stuff,
Yeah, in-game stuff. Maybe when you fight Ganon, she finds a way to come in and save the day or some shit. But she is a giant fucking dragon that has no recollection of who she is. And that's the thing about the dragon.
Okay. She forgot who she was.
Yeah, when you become a dragon, you lose your sanity. You lose your individuality. You become an immortal dragon.
Yeah, the Dragon's Dogma actually is the same exact mythology around becoming a dragon. That's interesting.
Yeah, you lose your humanity. So that's what happened to her, and she was like, she after going back in time, she was like, I think my purpose was to heal the Master Sword, to give it to him in the future, and the only way to do that is by becoming a dragon.
Got you.
She does. So it was a really cool story. I'm excited.
That's what's up.
So everyone, sorry for spoiling it, but get it anyways. Seeing it all play out is really cool.
If you needed a breakdown, here it is. If you needed a reason to play it, there it is again.
Yeah.
All right, dope. So let's get into it. You want to talk about something? What do you think is controversial right now?
Controversial? I have no idea, man.
No,
I saw that they have Colossal Con Prime is happening right now. Everyone's
I haven't seen that. I knew Awesome Con was going on. FlossCon, that's the one in
Ohio. Water Park Resort. That's happening this weekend. So shout out to all the people out there having fun. Sorry I couldn't join you this year. Y'all have fun with your cult, lots of fun, succubus summoning, stuff. But y'all have fun with that.
Yep. Speaking of, it's Prime. Okay. Just kidding. So not super controversial, I guess, for us, but I'm wondering, because we're not beer drinkers, but have you seen this shit going on with the whole Bud Light, boycott?
Oh, is this about them now? They were supporting, gay stuff.
Yeah, they had the trans trans person that, they made, a set of cans that were rainbow. I don't even know, rainbows or something. And now there's a huge Bud Light boycott.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I'm really tired of these companies trying to sell to audiences. Well, number one, women are the primary consumer base in general. 90%.
I didn't know that. Of beer or
everything. Everything.
Okay.
Women hold 80% of the nation's debt or some shit.
As in, they just purchase most of the things.
They purchase most of the things.
Yes,
it might be on
sense.
behalf of it might be for men. It might be for whatever, but they purchase majority of the things.
That makes a lot of sense.
Every company, including beer companies, including men's razors,
everything.
Everything caters commercials towards what women would buy, You know?
Yeah, when they have the Gillette commercials, like, oh, to make your man smell good.
Yeah,
it's not like a dude going, I want to smell like that guy. It's like the woman going, I want you to smell like that guy.
Yeah. So all companies know that. So when they make these ads for their companies, they put in mind that, hey, we're gonna make ads for women. And a lot of it goes against a lot of their consumer bases sometimes. Yeah. Like something like Bud Light. It's like the white man's drink. That is the white man's drink of choice. Right. And like the cis American
military
like white
conservative
white man's choice of drink. So when you start sitting here trying to advertise to a base that's like, hey, we're all inclusive, everyone's this, you know, we got to make sure we're inclusive of everyone, because that's what most women want when you're advertising to them. Lack of no conflicts, no controversial opinions. You're gonna lose your fan base. So I'm not hating on it. I get it, but like it's just what happens.
Yeah, it kind of was like, I feel like a lot of it's kind of flipped. Yeah, I hear rustling too. Let me go.
It's your little one. Yeah. Oh, look at him being a dad. One day, Thomas, one day. You'll buy a dog. And be a dog dad.
I'm about to do nap time anyway. Because a lot of the boycotts before for companies was like almost the opposite, like people not supporting like whatever. I want to not whatever, but like minorities or like gay people or whatever. So if somebody like the whole like thing of having diversity in companies and the companies that like weren't doing that, meeting that diversity level, were getting boycotted, and like we're not going to support this. Same thing for like racism in general.
What I think is starting to happen is I think a lot in the past previously, a lot of people were like, it doesn't affect me, I don't care, you know. But now we're starting to see that these things are affecting people's lifestyles.
Oh yeah,
that all the things that people were quiet about are now starting to hit them in some way that maybe not as direct as you think it is, in some side way. And now a lot of these, I guess, white men, a lot of guys in general, who were quiet to a lot of issues because it didn't directly impact them, are now like, I actually should just not be okay with this. Yeah. Because even though you say it's not going to affect me, it affects me some way.
That's how I feel about the whole like pre-COVID, right? The whole like not caring about politics things. Yeah. And it was like, and I realized I heard this shit so much from like politicians. Like I don't want to make this political or something. It's like policies are our entire like country. Yeah. Like it's policies and laws and rules. So by telling people to ignore it because it doesn't concern them and saying like you're not gonna have any influence over how this happens.
And that's exactly what happens. Is people are like, well, you know, politically, I don't care about this issue. You know, you may not feel like the president really affects you and has an impact on your life, but the president approves the law that approves the minimum wage that you did not get increased because you picked that other person. Yep. You know, or
marijuana being legal, illegal, how harsh the fucking like going in and like the and seeing like because I've just been getting through this through osmosis of how the crime bill happened, and like mostly it's because of like trying to get crack cocaine, all this too, also cracking down on black people, but also like how that relates directly to like why marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug as like the same as like fentanyl, which can literally like kill people. And it's like just
and that you were getting less sentences for cocaine than marijuana,
which is way more damaging, but just doesn't have the fucking M word in it, and black people don't use it as much.
Yeah, it was literally that.
So that kind of shit is like, no, we should be paying attention because we got niggas in there serving like, I mean, lifetime sentences. Like, I mean, I'd say even like
the 3 strike
20 years. 20 years is a lifetime for people.
That is a lifetime sentence. It is 20 years.
Yeah. So saying like you have a bag of marijuana on you and like that long that is atrocious.
And the 3 strike rule is if you got drug charges 3 times, you automatically get 20 years. And back then, you could get drug charges for having a blunt, and you get caught with the blunt 3 times, 20 years in prison.
It's fucking stupid.
Isn't that crazy? Thinking about how frequently smoking is now, how everyone, you can walk down DC and there's 3 people smoking a blunt.
And there's dispensaries everywhere, and the along with that, there was like white people doing the same shit, not getting those.
Yeah. They would literally be doing tons of coke and then get a night in prison when they get caught with like a pound of coke in their car, where someone else gets caught with a blunt. Like,
the fucking gram of weed, and you're done. So that kind of shit is why policies are important. It's why voting is important.
One thing I say to people who are like, I don't care, it's not a fight. Inaction is still an action.
Yes.
By choosing to do nothing, you're still making a choice.
You're making a choice.
And that choice is going to have consequences. Like,
yeah.
It may be beneficial. They may not be beneficial. But at the end of the day,
something will happen.
Something's going to happen. And it might have been better if you influenced it in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean...
Yeah, the Bud Light stuff is wild, though. Saying that... that's happening.
I mean, you were right. It was the white man's beer, like literally the most popular in the country, and now it's just not. Modelo is more popular now.
Yep.
It's just gone. They've been trying to give it away at a loss because it's going to go bad, and then nobody's buying it.
Yep. And I'm all for, hey, you need to, if you don't like what your company's doing, you need to do it. You need a boycott. Like, I will say, I respect Chick-fil-A for being true to like what the fuck they are as a company. They're like,
what do you mean?
As in like Chick-fil-A, they are like very, very religious.
Yes,
they're
absolutely.
very religious.
Yes,
and I respect them for not yielding that to nobody. They're like, hey, even though our ideals piss a lot of y'all off, we don't give a fuck. We're gonna stay true to our religion.
And a lot of people don't even care. I know so many gay people that don't give a fuck and will still get Chick-fil-A because
I mean, if your product is good, it's good. I'm not saying that like what they're doing is necessarily I have an opinion on it, but I respect the fact that they're able to stand strong by their beliefs.
Yeah, they stand by their values. They don't let nobody. Respect. You gotta stand up for yourself, or else you'll get knocked over. So they still ain't open on Sundays. But
it was crazy. I was actually having an argument yesterday with someone, and we were talking about the whole abortion thing, and they were. I know, right? we were talking about abortion, and they were like, why do people vote on abortion? And like, it doesn't affect you. Like, why do men have the ability to vote? And I was like, well, I mean, and she was talking about how Spanish people and I was like, or she was talking about how it's all white people. I was like, no, a lot of it's actually Spanish. A lot of Spanish people vote heavily conservative. And she was like,
that's true.
She was like, why? I was like, it's religious. And she was like, yeah, but like that's your religion. I was like, yeah, but it's like your religion. Like, if you want to vote based off your religious beliefs, then you have that right. True. Just like if you want to vote because you feel the way you feel, you have that right.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, but you shouldn't make policy based for everyone based off of your beliefs. And I was like, and everyone shouldn't be able to make you have to not do what you want to do because they believe it.
Yeah.
So like,
but we have government that'll do exactly that. Yeah.
So what ended up happening was in our debate, I was trying to say that a lot of Catholics believe that if you aren't baptized, right, baby's life is at conception, right? Egg enters the seed, sperm enters the egg. It is now a being with a soul, right? And if that soul is not baptized and dies, it goes to hell. And it burns in everlasting fire. Right?
Not
and
fun.
I'm like, so for a lot of Catholics, when you abort a baby, you're literally sending babies to hell to burn for all of eternity.
Yeah.
like for a lot of Catholics,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, yo, they don't believe in that, and I'm like, okay, I can understand as your religious belief, and they're like, yeah, so if you're telling me to vote to send babies to hell, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, I can't hate you for that,
Yeah.
and I can't be mad at you for that, and I can't tell you not to do that.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
that's what you want, but that's why we have voting.
Exactly.
We have voting, so y'all can fight, and whoever wins, whoever wins, type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel that. So I've gone through that. Me and my current partner, we've gone through that, and we just it's like we have one.
Yeah.
We're like we don't need too many more, and the contraceptions that we were using weren't working, and sometimes it's like, oh, we got to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, I'm not saying that that's necessarily what but I can understand.
Yeah, I
people
completely
who believe
understand.
that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, if you believe that, I shouldn't like force you to make.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be forced. Yeah.
If you feel like your vote is the power to prevent, then that's your vote.
Yeah, I feel like the big issue that comes into where because they believe that they want to stop others from doing it. Yeah. And then that's where the conflict of now we need to vote. Like
well, that's
exactly.
When you as a Christian person, you know, will be like, hey, I am not okay with condoning this kind of behavior, and you want to spread your love, God's love.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's kind of your duty as a Christian. Yes. Type shit. So I get it. But again, not everybody in this country is Christian. Some people are Satanists. Some people are agnostic. Some people are atheists. Like just because you're Christian doesn't mean your ideals should prevail.
Yeah, but that's. Their ideas prevailing is also part of the Christian narrative.
Yes.
That's kind of the whole deal. So yeah, policies are important.
Yeah. So that was just one of the debates I had recently. As someone who I studied a lot of politics, and I do appreciate.
You had a whole degree in it.
Yeah, I appreciate the political process on the idea of people able to fight for your beliefs.
Yeah.
And. You know, the better arguer wins.
It's more like more people that believe the argument. So yes, I think that's how the voting works. Democracy, it can be a really good idea. If nobody wants it, then it's not gonna.
Yeah, but you got to argue your point and get people behind you.
You need to get people behind it. Yeah.
So it's like whoever can do that the best wins.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the game, and that decides a lot of shit. So Maryland legalizing.
You know what I saw a really controversial thing. There was this whole video going around the internet. I'm not sure if we can find it, but of a school where a kid was recording their teacher, and the teacher was like, "Don't call them rapists. Call them minor attractive people." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And the teacher was trying to teach these kids that people that are attracted to minors is like they're not. That's not what we should classify them. We should classify them as people who are like minor attractive people. And I was like, is this what we're teaching kids in school nowadays? I understand. And it's this whole child, like.
It's about the children.
Yeah, no, this whole touching children thing, underage people, making that part of. I see they're trying to creep that into the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Like,
and a lot of the LGBT they don't want that. Yeah, no, it's not okay. Yeah. So me and my partner had a discussion about this, and the way she explained to me was like before somebody does something, saying they're wrong for doing it, I feel like is wrong. Like like if somebody says, "Hey, I have this problem," right? It should be treated as a problem, right? Not that you should be in jail for. I mean, if you have illegal things,
what your partner said to you.
This is the discussion. I'm paraphrasing, but this is how I understand it. If you have illegal things, you should go in jail. That's how the law works, right?
Yes,
having images of children insert that's
if you're
illegal.
A druggie and
you have drugs
and you have illegal drugs, you should go to jail.
Yes.
Now, if you know that you're prone to drugs and you go up to people and you go, "Hey, I might do these drugs," and you try to get the help you need.
If you get put in jail, it's going to really deter people from saying like, "Oh, I need help," and not getting. And you're not going to get help. You're going to get punished for asking, right? So that I understand. If you commit a crime, right? Because I feel like what the teacher was saying, if you commit a crime, you're a criminal, and that person is a criminal, and they should be treated as such. If you say I have a problem, and I probably need help for this problem.
See, my issue with that is, how do you know you had the problem? You had to explore in some way, shape, or form.
No.
Which would probably be, if you're attracted to children, right?
Mm-hmm.
That person probably found child porn.
And,
which is illegal.
I mean, it's illegal, but a lot of the stuff on the internet it doesn't make it okay. But if they see it and they go,
nah, fuck that. If you're watching child porn,
it's bad.
Then go to fuck to jail. That's what it is. I'll go fuck. I think that's another problem. Is that when people do fucked up shit, we just need to get them for fucked up shit. We need to stop making excuses. We need to stop whatever. Stop trying to justify their behavior. If you're a murderer and you murder someone, I don't give a fuck what kind of mental illness you have. You should go to jail.
Like criminals should be punished for the crime.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. If you like little kids, then no, you should be fucking castrated and go to jail. Like, it shouldn't be.
I feel so exactly. So that's the line where it's like if somebody said, "Hey, I think I like this," right? And you go, "How do you know?" And it's like, "Well, I did some punishment." But it's like I just have a feeling, like just like people that like come out as gay, right? It's like they didn't have to do something with the guy to say that. Right?
I think normalizing things, that's like allowing things begins the process of normalizing, right? So like in other countries, when you look at like Saudi Arabia or whatever, they're like anti-gay, none of this, none of that. You know, they are like underground, push it down, push it underground, push it down. And
executed
it doesn't allow it to grow. If this child shit was happening over there, they would just like
just execute them. Straight up. Yeah,
you would not see the amount of numbers that we see things like that here.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think we should definitely always just, if it's wrong, smack it down. Because then more people start to look into it and explore that idea, explore that. And even maybe if someone is prone to that, but never even thought of it that way, never looked at it, they might have not have actually like
pursued it. Same thing for drugs. Same thing for a lot of things. And
they say gateway drugs are a thing, and if you start allowing the little drugs, then people start doing the big drugs. And I do believe in gateway drugs. I don't believe weed's a gateway drug. I believe prescription drugs are the gateway drugs.
That's a good one. Those are the fucking doctor gives you. Yeah,
those are the real gateway.
Make you want some real shit. Yeah, but those are legal. I feel like doing drugs will put you around people that do drugs, and then eventually that's the gateway, is the social aspect, not the actual act of doing it.
No, it's definitely the actual act of doing it.
I feel it's a little bit of both at the very least, because you're going to go to somebody to get something, and they're going to be like, oh, you want this.
Think of it this way. If you go to a party, right, and you get Molly, and you have the best party of your life, the best time of your life. The next time you go to another festival or another whatever, and you want to experience that same thing you experienced, what are you going to do? You're going to go and get some more Molly. And then eventually all of your party experiences require a level of Molly
to really have
fun. And then it starts to be in other aspects of your life. You know what? I'm having a bad day. Let me now
do something to make me feel better.
Make me something to feel better. And then you start to
go down that rabbit hole. And then it starts to be like, well, you know, I don't necessarily want to do Molly, but this other drug might also make me feel better.
But doing it is what gets you.
Yeah.
You have to experience the drug for it to be the gateway, you know.
I feel that. Yeah. That makes sense.
But I can see what you're saying, the social aspect of.
You're like, when you do Molly at a party, and then you're on Molly, and somebody's like, "Yo, you want to do some whatever?" And then you're like,
"I'm gonna
already
here. Let's do it."
It's gonna go down and down, and you're like, "I only want to do Molly," but then I found out I woke up and realized I did 8 other things, and lucky to be alive because I get my stomach pumped or something. It's like, so slippery slope, and all of it's like you wanted to go into one thing, and then somebody just giving that suggestion while you're already in good spirits and willing to say, you know, fuck it to the wind or whatever. It's dangerous.
Yeah. Well, look, it's already 3:15.
Yeah, we've been going.
Yeah. So. You still got Street Fighter at the bottom?
Yeah, I was just having to go. It's just been a train mode.
Well, you know, it sucks that we weren't able to. I guess did we have the whole hour? I guess we didn't even do the whole hour.
We still technically did 45. I'll figure out if I can if it recorded what was going on because it was still running.
So next week I think we're gonna expand. We usually only talk about anime and video games, but apparently a lot of people like to hear our ideas on other shit.
People like to hear people talk. Yeah, it's good to have these discussions because it's going to be real relevant because it's policies. Yeah,
so I guess we're gonna start doing that a little more sometime soon. So we're gonna have next episodes of anime, we black people shit, and then we're also gonna talk about other people's shit, and then but I think next time we're gonna talk about. I know you are in a poly relationship and have that whole dynamic, so hopefully we can talk about that.
Let's talk about that. It's been a growing thing. Type of not everywhere, but here for sure. Just the idea of it.
Yeah, I've definitely been in a poly relationship, so I understand. But it's you're in a long term poly relationship. Yeah. So I get it. But so yeah, it was nice talking to everyone. Yeah.
Hope y'all have a good weekend. It's Saturday. It's nice as fuck outside over here in Maryland. So have fun.
Yeah, I'm about to be in the streets. To the streets.
Yeah, all right. Hey, I like what you said that one episode. Yo, play games, meet people, have fun. I like that as a good sign off.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone play games, meet people, have fun.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.